Hello everybody, welcome to the Legacy YouTube channel. My name is Deadrick Baker. I'm the president and the creator of TheLegacyFHP, the Legacy Foundation for Human Progress. I'll be your host, and today's video is going to be about mind basics, how to achieve the correct mental framework and the consumption of fecal matter. Yeah, you heard me right. Stay tuned.
They don't know me, they owe me, need the bag. Born in the dirt, born on earth, cosmic swag. How'd you get so paranoid? Debate the metacosmic humanoid. I speak the truth so the truth be told. Couldn't walk in my shoes with Dr. Scholl's. I'm a beast. What's good? Planet Earth, nigga, welcome to my hood.
That's right, you heard me. Today we're going to be talking about mind basics. We're going to be talking about the mental framework and the consumption of fecal matter. But before we chop it up, I want to give you guys an update on what I've been doing because I haven't been posting in a little bit. And I know you guys are salivating, I know you guys need the new debate content, but I've been busy. I've been very busy. So I don't know if you've noticed, but on the intro, there is a hip hop song, a new rap song that's going to be released in the next couple of weeks by me, your boy. I go by D-Bake the Wise, that's my stage name. I'm releasing some music. I have a couple songs out right now. I've been hard at work in the studio, recording songs, recording a mixtape. I have a couple of songs coming out in the next couple of weeks. I'll keep you guys updated, just keep watching the videos. Other than making music, I actually got a chance to work on a movie, work as a cameraman on a time travel movie. And it was an amazing experience. I got to meet a ton of different types of new people. I loved every second of it. I love putting myself into new situations and just being in the mix in a big creation, a big production. That to me, that's where I thrive. That's where I feel like I'm operating at my highest capacity, if that makes any sense. So that's what I've been doing, 13, 14-hour days. And you can see how I hadn't had time to make YouTube videos, but I'm back and I'll be making more videos for you guys. But before we get into the mind basics, I want to show you guys a little bit of the behind the scenes from Time Boys 2.
Mr. Deadrick here, being Deadrick. Check him out, DP of the century. Yes, sir, yes, sir. We got Sam.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man?
I was checking the footage because I couldn't imagine not having it.
Right.
And if I erased a drive that had footage, I would be fired.
Oh no, we don't need that. What's going on, Brandon? How you doing today, man?
Stressed.
Stressed already? Is just a little stressed out.
He's gonna have a beer, but he's gonna fist bump. You're gonna do a complete. I don't knock the beer in my face. Yeah. So Gary, you're gonna do. I want you to do it. So I want to see your face. You're gonna go just play off of that. And you're gonna turn the other way. You gotta turn toward us. And you're gonna be hey, fist bump. Hey. So it's one of these. There's gonna be people along here.
His name is Wes Llewellyn. He's got well over 30 years of making movies. He's great.
That is just a little clip. If you want to see the entire behind the scenes vlog, you need to go check out my boy Cameron's YouTube channel. It's Sunrise Media. Go subscribe. I'll put the link below this. It'll be in the description. Shout out to the Time Boys 2 family, all Time Boys 2 cast and crew. You guys are like my family. You guys know that. Too many names to be said. Shout out to Wes and Amanda Llewellyn. Shout out to Angelique Chase, Randall Terry for, giving us this opportunity and conducting the experience. It was great. I learned a lot. But back to the mind basics, what you guys came for. I could talk your ear off all day with what I do behind the scenes, in my normal life, but we're here to talk about mind basics, mental framework, and the consumption of fecal matter. So, in order to perceive reality correctly, you need to adopt the correct mental framework. The scaffolding that lies within your mind needs to be clear. It needs to be a reflection of reality. It needs to be based on fact. It shouldn't be based on fairy tales, garbage, or anything that is degenerative to the personality. Your mind is part of a system, a complex. And if you haven't watched my other videos, you need to go watch them. You are a mind, a body, and a spirit in conjunction, tied together. You are a mind, body, spirit complex. In order to perceive reality correctly, in order to achieve the highest that reality has to offer, you need to perceive reality in a tripartite point of view, a threefold point of view. You need to look at reality through the mind aspect, the mental aspect, the physical aspect, and the spiritual aspect. That is how you're going to get a full coordinate understanding of reality. This video is only pertaining to mind basics, okay? So the mind part of the triad, the mind, body, spirit triad. Consider your mind a house. And if you were to keep shoveling trash, garbage, and dirt into the house is going to get run down, it's going to look crappy, it's going to look trashy very quickly. That is what I mean. Can't even say it with a straight face. That is what I mean when I'm talking about the consumption of fecal matter. There's been a running joke in my family since I was young. It's do not eat feces. If someone puts feces on a plate and puts it on the table in front of it, do not eat the feces. You do not have to eat the feces. I use that analogy for media consumption. Do not eat the feces. I use that analogy for physical consumption. Definitely don't eat feces. And I do that for spirituality consumption too. Don't eat crap spirituality that tells you you're perfect just the way you are. There's no need to grow. That's the antithesis of the meaning of the universe. You are alive to seek your potential. No one's perfect the way they are. If we were, there'd be no meaning to life. So watch what you consume spiritually as well as what you consume mentally. And because this is a mind basics video, a couple examples of mental consumption that could be degenerative to the personality is certain types of social media, materialistic types of social media, egotistical types of social media. The list goes on. I know some people that only consume memes. That's it. They don't care about life. They don't care about spirituality. Their only thing is memes. That's their house. That's their mental framework. That's how they perceive reality. That's it. So, your mind can attach itself to a number of different things that are non-progressive, but you must be conscious of it. And that leads me to the next point of the video, consciousness and awareness. How can you fix something that you're not conscious of, that you have no knowledge of? A lot of people don't understand that A, they're a mind, body, spirit complex, or B, that they have a mental framework that needs to be tended to. You need to have a healthy mental framework. You need to tend to it just as if you're eating healthy for your physical body. You need to not consume the feces. I'll give you an example. Imagine you were living in a cave your entire life from birth by yourself. And you got cozy in it. You're like, okay, I like this cave. I'm comfortable in this cave. You start, moving rocks around, getting a little cave feng shui. You like how you're living, but it's modern day. And outside the cave, there's airplanes, there's technology, there's cell phones, we're going to space, and you had no clue. You were ignorant of what was going on in the outside world. You were unconscious of what was going on in the outside world. You were unaware of what was happening outside the cave. Second you go out and look at this world, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do. Life is awesome. Oh, there's a million more experiences I can have. Life is more beautiful. You're not gonna wanna go back to that cave. You get what I'm saying? But you can only understand that concept if you get a glimpse of what really is. And that's how you should deal with your mental framework. So instead of only consuming things that are detrimental to your mental framework, you can instead substitute the garbage, trade in the feces for something that's going to help your mind actually progress, such as reading a book, read a scientific book, read a spiritual book, read a religious text, study truth, and my personal favorite, philosophy. If we're going to look at reality from the mental part of the mind, body, spirit triad, we're going to have to understand that just as we navigate the physical reality with our physical bodies, we're going to have to navigate through thought forms and ideologies. There can be thought parasites thoughts that are detrimental to your mind, like I said before, thoughts that will cause you to do stupid things, thoughts that will prevent you from progressing, such as racist thoughts, that type of thinking, those type of ideologies. We all know a million different thought forms that you have to be careful of rubbing too close to, or you have to be careful of wholeheartedly accepting, because a lot of stuff seems real, seems good. There is a lot of weird belief systems out there that can be very, very unprogressive, such as spiritual teachings that teach you to not progress. That is one of the most dangerous traps to get caught into, and you need to be aware. You need to be mentally alert. So you have to navigate through the thought form reality, just as you navigate through the physical reality with your body and material objects and finances. You get what I'm saying? So be conscious, be aware of what you're consuming, what you're bringing into your mind, what kind of stuff you're bringing into your house. And then instead of consuming feces, consume positive things. Yeah? Great. Now, so far, I've only been talking about the consumption and the intake of mental realities that could affect you negatively and positively. But you have to remember that you are a two-way street. Not only do you take things in, you can put things out. You can create things. Remember, we were created in the image of the Creator, right? And He's a creator, so we can create things. And creating things is one of the best ways you can find mental clarity, mental wellness, and attune the mind. Artistic expression, mental expression, such as writing books, writing stories, writing poetry, speaking, public speaking, comedy, making music. That's what I do. I do a lot of stuff. But creating things and getting a healthy hobby is definitely the way to go if you want to get the most out of your mental potential. Have you ever heard the phrase, the mind is the gateway to the soul? So through mental expression, through that mental framework, that mental gate, you have access to spiritual creative potential. That spirituality lies within you. It's like a light within the mind, and you got to grab onto it. It's like paint. That's your art supplies up there. It's internal, and you grab it, and then you have to externalize it and paint reality like it's a picture. Every breath you make, every action you take, you need to consider it like you're painting a Da Vinci masterpiece. And as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Da Vinci. I like to consider the legacy as creating Renaissance men and Renaissance women. And if you read Da Vinci's journals, he also expresses a lot of the same concepts. That in order to experience reality in the best way, you need to express yourself mentally, create things. And creating things will help calm the mind and give you a value of achievement that you're not going to get from not creating things. So I suggest get to it. Start creating and start consuming good things for the mind. But in reference to that light, that spiritual creativity on the inside of the mind, I specifically have a name for it. I call it the pilot light, and I want you guys to start focusing on it too. If you want your entire mental being to be coordinated and synchronized, it is best to focus on this internal point of creation. It's like a fulcrum. It's a way for the subjective to express itself objectively. That's what the pilot light is. You need to feel it, reach in. You can see it. It's up there. It's that divine light that's always telling you to do good, be better, go forward, do the right thing, stand up for the right cause. Do it even, doesn't matter who's looking at you. Doesn't matter what people think. You have to do the right thing. It's that thing. It's saying create the beautiful masterpiece with your words, with your thoughts, with your actions. If you can find the light, hint, now you're conscious of the light, you can use the light. You can grab onto it, and like I said, it's a fulcrum. It will propel you. That's where you get the spiritual energy from. I'm going to be releasing more videos about the pilot light, so stay tuned. And I think that's all we're going to be talking about for today. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad I could give you guys another video. And like I said, keep watching the next videos for the new music. I'll put all the links in the description. Go check out the behind the scenes footage for the latest movie I just made on my boy Cameron's YouTube channel called Sunrise Media. That's my dog. If you want to join the Legacy, we have a program for you. We're back in it. We're running a full operation. Email me. If you haven't already, just take a look at that subscribe button and consider maybe subscribing. You can like the video too, share it with your friends. That helps me out a lot. Tell your friends about me, show them my videos. That'd be cool, man. Join the Discord. We have a Discord now. That's where the conversation is going. That is where we coordinate our weekly sessions called the Legacy Forums, and we also do a Urantia book study group. So if you're interested in the Urantia book or other crazy anomalous texts, join up. Join the Discord. We got all the information there. Talking about all forms of spirituality, talking about all forms of reality. So join the Legacy. Deadrick Baker, D-Bake the Wise. Thank you for listening to me. I love you guys.